Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Got so many, I have found so many extrusions over the past like couple days. It is insane. I was like, why do I have so many extrusions? I know why I have so many extrusions, because they were all being used for stuff. But it's like, it's amazing how quickly they add up. It's just like, where do they all come from? Where do they come from? Where do they go? Where did they come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Where are you? You're a brake. Why do I have a brake lever? I have a brake cable. I don't know. How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? I gotta measure my acro bin. Because I gotta move my acro bin from there to there. And I don't know if I have enough room. And I'm hoping I have enough room. 20 inches by 16. Will it fit under here? It will fit that way. It will not fit that way. What if I put this here? It'll fit that way, but then this won't fit. Ah, dang it. This sucks. I have a little shelf here. I want to have my Kennedy toolbox here. Let me do this. I'll do this so I can show you. This is why it takes forever for me to move stuff, because I keep changing what I want to do. See this little thing? Okay, so I got my Kennedy toolbox there. By the way, if you live in Southern Ontario and you want this printer, reach out to me on Discord, like 500 bucks Canadian. It's yours. I have my Kennedy toolbox here, okay, and I have this acro bin here. I want to put the acro bin and the Kennedy toolbox on this shelf, because this shelf, this workbench, it's full of stuff right now, needs to go bye-bye. It's going to go over here, okay? So the problem is, though, right there, there's an outlet. There's an outlet. So if I slide the Kennedy toolbox over, and then I put the acro bin there, it'll hide the outlet, which is a no-go. And I can't just put the acro bin there, because then the outlet will be hidden. That sucks. I did not think of that. I put a bunch of outlets on this wall. I have like 1, 2, and then like 3 sitting behind there. I put a bunch of outlets there when I was building it. When I finished the base, or finished the garage out. So I was like, oh, I'll put shelves all here and I'll have outlets. That way you can just plug in. But this one's higher than the rest. I could drop this shelf. I built this shelf up high specifically so I could put tall stuff under it. I could just drop the shelf a couple inches. Just do that. And then it'll work. I might just do that. I might just drop the shelf like 3 inches so I can put the Kennedy toolbox there and then the acro bin there. I might do that. I might do that. This is why. This is why I keep just moving shit. I keep just like getting like sidetracked. I keep going on side quests. And it's like, Although, I did find another power supply. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, because I don't think I need it, because I already have a bunch of them, but I found another LRS 224. I have so many of these. We use these in Vorons. This is like the stock power supply, but I've like replaced them on a bunch of them with like better or newer or bigger power supplies or whatever. So I have a whole bunch of these, and I don't know what to do with a whole bunch of random 24-volt power supplies. I don't have a need for them. A stand to lift that acro bin and leave the out. Well, here's the thing. If you looked in the video that I showed you, I have rep racks above it. So I could make a rep rack shorter and just put the acro bin on top, but then I would lose rep rack storage, essentially. Because there's going to be a big ass shelf here. So I'm probably going to modify this bench. What I'll probably do is modify this bench. So the bench is shorter, so I can put the Kennedy toolbox just like so it sits below, and then I can plug in like my drill, like my chargers. I'll use it for chargers or something. Yeah. Could be 80 high definition. Probably. It runs in the family, so I wouldn't be surprised. Assemble a heat set press. I already have a heat set press. Extrusions are foreshadowing for index. I know. I can't wait till my kit comes in. I haven't spoken to the Bondtech folks because I know they're busy, but one day we will build the index. Okay. Great oogly moogly. What are we doing tonight other than me rambling? Everything, my camera's in a slightly different position again. It's tweaking me out. Same with these monitors. I keep moving them. I gotta fix this. We had a fun day today. We went out, did some family stuff. We went to like a little art in the park thing, like a stroll the street thing. And then I came home and I did something I haven't done in a long time. I took an afternoon nap. I straight up, I'm like, I'm taking a nap. I am tired. I am taking a nap. It has been a long time since I took a nap in the middle of the day. Bro, that 2-hour nap knocked me out. I did not want to wake up. I immediately regretted that decision to wake up. I was out. I was out. For dinner, I had a cookie. Now, to be fair, I had a pretty big lunch because we went out for lunch. But I had a cookie for dinner, and it was good. It was good. It was a good cookie. All right. So, what are we doing tonight? Well, we're going to do the same thing we do every night. Build a 3D printed RC Unimog. I don't know what you guys do every night, but that's what I'm doing tonight. Yeah, we went to a bakery and bought some like nice fresh homemade chocolate chip cookies that are like this big. And I woke up from my nap and it's like, well, I got to stream. We were going to have leftovers for dinner, but I'm not that hungry. And we had a pretty big dinner. And my calorie budget for the rest of the day is this. I'm going to eat a cookie for dinner. So I had a big old cookie with a glass of chocolate, or with milk. It was good. So, what we're going to do today, we are going to carry on with the Unimog. If all goes well, we're going to be mounting a lot of the axles that we have been building over the last couple streams. We have 3 fully assembled axles. We're going to be building them and attaching them to the frame. So, if all goes well, I don't know how long this takes, we might be able to move this under its own power today. This might be able to drive today. We don't know. We'll find out. But that is that. Now, why are we doing Unimog stuff instead of Babby Belt stuff? Quite simply, my garage is a mess right now. I'm currently moving stuff around because I'm doing a big reorganization of the garage and stuff is moving and half the stuff's not plugged in and half the stuff is all over the place. So TLDR, I put the Baby Belt stuff in a box and that box got moved to the basement and it's buried under stuff. I will find it later. But the Unimog stuff I still have out. So we're finishing the Unimog, or we're working on the Unimog. Probably also Tuesday will be an afternoon stream. There'll be more people there, and I kind of want to do the Baby Belt on a regular time stream when more people can watch, because it's the Baby Belt, and hopefully it'll be printing next stream. So I figured tonight, it's Saturday night, I've had my nap, I'm well rested, and I figured let's just do a long stream. Let's just do a head down and work on shit till whenever stream. I figure it's Saturday night, I got nothing else going on, you got nothing else going on, you're here. So I figure we're just gonna shut up and build, and we're just gonna see if we can get this thing moving, or at least get all the axles mounted tonight, because we're gonna be doing a lot of axle stuff. And then we might do a Nero After Dark while I keep organizing. Is there a Polymaker giveaway? You are correct, Sanity. Thanks for reminding. Did you know that you can enter to win a spool of Polymaker printer chow? To do so, enter using the link in the video description. Did you know you can do that? Every stream, we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. To enter for that chance, the link is in the video description. So what you do is you take your little mouse button, you scroll down, you see the video description, you make sure you like the smash button, you ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you're watching in the future, leave a comment. What are you 3D printing right now? If you're not 3D printing something right now, what was the last thing you 3D printed? Let me know in the comments below. And we will do that draw at the end of the stream. We'll aim for 11 o'clock. And if the stream runs longer than that, it runs longer than that. So shout out to Polymaker. Good folks, they supply a lot of filament for the channel. They supply filament for the giveaway. If you wish to purchase some Polymaker filament of your own, link in the video description. Use the Polymaker affiliate link. If you haven't ordered from Polymaker before, use code Canuck. You'll save a little bit of money. Make sure you use code Canuck. It is the affiliate link. And then also, YouTube disclosure. Shout out to LDOmotors. They provided the kit for this build series for the Unimog. If you are interested in building a Unimog or a Casadillo MOG kit yourself, check out the link below. It links to LDO's page. You can find the links to all their resellers there. They did materially sponsor this stream by providing the kit for this build series, but not financially. So YouTube disclosure there. What else? I believe that's about it in terms of housekeeping stuff. I found my old Murph badge from the last Murph I went to. What else? That's about it. I didn't really find anything cool. I just found a bunch of random stuff while cleaning out. So yeah, I think we're good there. I think we're ready to get this movable feast underway. Let's grab all our axles out. So we have 3 axles. We got a front, a middle, and a back axle. 2 of them are turning. This thing has rear wheel drive. It's a tank. Got our parts of plastic bag parts. Oh, that's the other thing. At some point, I'm gonna run out of printed parts and we're gonna have to start printing cab stuff. So I kind of gotta get on that. Also, I think the power went out last night. That light's off, that's why. Okay. So, we should be able to work on this for a while, and then that'll be the stream tonight. Sound good? Sound good. Sound good. Been reprinting Trident R2 stuff, glass-filled ASA. Ooh, was a little too stiff. I mean, you could still use it, but yeah, the problem with using super stiff filaments is if you do a Z-negative China, stuff don't give, it just break. So, hey, Jose. For handouts to deplete light blue pet G. New pair of work boots. My current ones are getting knackered. I used the same pair of Terra work boots at the shop I worked at for years. Actually, I think I have a pair. I think I still have my pair here. These are the work boots I wore when I worked in the mold shop. They're Terras. I don't know. I had to make sure you get boots with like a rubber heel because they would get destroyed if they didn't have like if they were just a thing heel. I don't know. I got them because they were cheap enough that my annual free shoe pair that I got would cover them, and they would last long enough to get me to the next year, and they were light. Carbon fiber steel toe is where it's at. But make sure you get the shank. Make sure you get a boot that has a plate in it, so if you step on a nail, it doesn't go through. So, concrete. Oh yeah, concrete destroys leather. Yeah, if you're don't they make like special boots for concretes? Aren't they like your rubber wader boots? Like, don't they make like concrete specific shoes? Because I know concrete is horrible. For us, it was metal chips would get stuck in the bottom, and then oils and coolants would destroy your boots. So. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Are you ready, kids? I can't sing the rest of the song or I'll get copyright struck. Let us begin. Let us begin. So, install the axle. So, these little linkage bars, I have a whole bunch of them. They are all right here. And at the end of the last stream, the camera's not on, so let me turn that on. We installed all the little rubber grommets, or rubber TPU bushings. There we go. No memory card. I know there's no memory card. So we installed all the little plastic bushings in all these. Those guys are all done. We did these ones as well. And now we need to start putting stuff together. Check the FT mark on the link and make sure the parts have the correct orientation. Sweet. Let us begin. So, I don't know what's in where, so I'm gonna have to find stuff now. But I should have all this printed, so we should be good. Is this that part? No. Painting your house. Ooh. Did you paint? What color did you paint your house? I've never painted a house. My house is brick and vinyl siding on the outside, so we don't need to paint it. But what color did you print your house? I'm interested to know. Because I've never painted a house. Okay, I don't think those parts are in this bag. Are they in this bag? I think they're in this bag. These can go in. Came up to West 3D. Yeah, Steve. Yeah, Steve went to. Did a little. He's doing a little trip right now. I'm jealous of Steve's ability. He's on the West Coast, so like, there are funds. He can go to places and do stuff with people because he's there. And where I live, there is nothing. It sucks. I hate it. What is this part? What is this? Is this part? No, it's the other side of this. It's this part. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Is that it? This looks like it. Yes, this is it. Okay. M212. There we go. Closer to Murph. Yeah, but Murph is like, let's be honest, not as cool. Like, nothing against Murph. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. We'll see. So I gotta find FT. So these all have these fancy labels in them. FT. Aha. FT. FT? FT. 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 Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. FT. 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 Luke's lab. Luke is, he's not that close. Like, Luke's lab is close in the, you know, West, North American close, but he's still like a 12-hour drive for me. So, he's not that close. There we go. Now we got to do both sides. Where's the other FT? FT. And that will be this guy and this guy. FT front top, FB bottom, front bottom. Oh! Oh! Interesting. Yeah, I know. It's I might go next year. We'll see. It's going to depend a lot on a couple things. There we go. Those two there. And then we attach them together with M220s. Okay. Two dozen bagels. Oh man, I'd go for bagels. I'm not a breaded things are my vice. I love me bread. I made some focaccia bread that I gave up making. I changed my mind. Instead of focaccia bread, I made like a garlicky bread. Not full on garlic bread, but like, you know, herb and garlic bread, I'll say. So I made that yesterday because tomorrow I'm making a big thing of pasta and whatnot. So I'm doing my big ol' make a shootload of pasta. Sauce thing so I can freeze a bunch of it, and then so I made some of that. Oh, it was so good. So good. Yeah, the only problem is, again, with the diet, I can't eat a lot of it. So it's like, have a little bit of it just to make sure it was good. And now it's been sitting there for like 2 days. Because it's like, well, I got to wait till I'm actually making the meal to actually have it. There we go. So that is that. And then that mounts to that with an M220 again. Where did I put the M220s? I just had them. Don't tell me I lost them. I just had them. I just had them. M220s, there we go. So I need this guy. No, this guy. Make sure you follow this sequence. One M220, okay. Okay, so you put one screw in there. M225. Ooh, okay, so it's an M225. Don't want to screw that up. Get it? Screw it up. Sent me a picture of the house. Well, word of advice, hopefully you didn't dox anyone. I'm not going to share the picture because it's too easy. Truffle chocolate. Oh, you got like the wood board house. Okay. Yeah, we don't really see a lot of houses like that around here. Most houses around me are either brick fascia or like vinyl siding fascia. Although a lot of the builders now do like stucco. And by stucco, I mean like the house is foam and they just put like a thin sheet of concrete on it. And they do it because it's really quick and cheap and easy to do. But I don't like the look of it. I don't like the look of it. So, but it's getting more common around here. Because builders are cheap. And then another M225 down the middle. Gorgonzola. Isn't that a boss from a Dungeons and Dragons game? The Great Gorgonzola. And now I want to do another Baldur's Gate playthrough, damn it. Go. So make sure it says FT. It does, so we're good there. And then we have FB goes in there with an M212. So Oh wait, this is this way. Okay, so flip that over. And then what is that? FB. FB, 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 FB. Hefty, hefty, hefty. F. B. F. B. F. B. M212. One, two, three blocks. Good enough. Doing another honor run. I haven't done it. That's the only playthrough I haven't done in Baldur's Gate yet, is an honor mode playthrough. I just haven't got around to doing one. Because the problem with honor mode is I play with mods, and if you do honor mode, you can't get achievements with mods, and it's like, well, what's the point of doing an honor mode if nobody knows you've done an honor mode, right? What's the point of driving a Honda if nobody knows you're driving a Honda? And then we do the same thing on the other side. So another FB on that side. Yeah, I figured out, I followed a recipe on how, I've never, like, this is the second time I've done a focaccia bread, and it turned out much better than the first time I did it. But when you do it right and it comes out and, like, the dough is super, like, gooey and stringy, and you're like, oh, all for the gluten that forms when you do the cold fermenting, and you do the stretch and you pull it out and it just goes, and it's all stretchy, and you fold it and then you do it again. Oh, it's cool. Okay. And now we need the FL part. So it should say RL, FL. There we go, FL. FL. And then I gotta flip this over, so. So this one goes in there with an M212, okay. Where did my... How have I lost like so many pairs of nippers? Where are they all? Did I put them somewhere? Well, I had a bunch of them. Where'd I put them all? Seriously. Seriously, how have I lost so many pairs of nippers? I swear, it's cursed. It's cursed. You would think I have 20 pairs of them, and I do, but I think they're all downstairs for some reason. Scissors are here. Shelf. Shelf core 1. Oh, here they are. That's the problem. I'll bring them over to a printer and then I'll forget them there. Okay, so this guy goes here. An M212. Who throws a shoe? Honestly, who throws a shoe? hot. Okay, so that goes in there. That goes in with an M216 from the bottom. A tethered scraper. Well, at least the Big Tree Tech Panda Edge, which I really like, is magnetic. So I just stick it on the side of the core ones. So I don't really have to worry about those going too far. Usually. How much you want to bet? Do the other side now. Repeat on the other side with FR. So which one's FR? FRL? RR? Isn't that an Indian movie? FR. There we go. Yeah, the Panda Edge is honestly the best damn scraper I've ever used for a 3D printer. It is like one of those dumb things that's like, it can't be that good, and then you use it, you're like, wow, it is that good. RR. Oh, RRR. Yeah, I heard it was pretty decent. And then when this one comes up from the bottom. There we go. I'm not a fan of the editing, but every now and then I'll watch one of those like Corridor Crew VFX breakdown videos. And like, I will say, while the editing leaves a lot to be desired because it's very soap opera editing, there is a vibe to Indian movies. They have a vibe going on, and sometimes I vibe with it. It's just like, it's nice to see stuff that's different from what you're used to. It's nice to see. Oh, we gotta go this way. Okay, so double check the axles. You should see FB are placed on the same orientation. So, FB, FB. There we go. We're good. So there is our. Wow, look at that. That is crazy. Oh, axle install. A lot of axles. Axolotls? A lot of axles. F. Front. F for front. And then M26s for some reinforcement. They go in there. Yep. Is it better than Bahubali? I don't know. The only Indian movie I fully watched is the one with the Terminator guy. That's like kind of a weird Terminator knockoff. And then he makes like a bunch of clones and turns into a giant ball. I remember like watching that movie High one night, and I don't know if that was a good idea or not. It was something though. It was something. But I will say I am a big fan of the "it's so bad it's good." Like, if you want to trip, one night, watch Darth Marenghi's Dark Place. If you're a big fan of, like, it's so bad it's good type cheese. Watch Darth Marenghi's Dark Place. Are they good movies? No. That show is so good. It is a vibe. It is a vibe. All right, so we got our reinforcing screw installed. M212 in this end. And it goes in this way, not that it really matters. There we go. Oh, now repeat the same with all the axles. Okay. So, okay. Do this with all the axles, I guess. You could tell my glass-filled nylon was starting to get a little wet by the end of printing these because there's like some fuzzies I gotta clean up. Okay. Okay. So don't forget, if you haven't yet, make sure you enter for your chance to win some Polymaker filament. Every stream we do give away a spool of Polymaker filament. Link in the video description. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hey, if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. It's the best way to support things. There we go. Nylon's hard to keep dry. Yeah, I did have it dry beforehand, but I wasn't printing from a dry box, I don't think. So by the end, it got a little... Like, these were some of the last things I printed with it, I think. So it just kind of got a little chunky by the end. And if you're wondering why I'm putting grease on the screws, it's just to help them cut through the nylon a little bit better and prevent them from heating up so much. So. Where's those little M26s go? M26s. I hate how I can have a little bag of them, and then I use them, and then I put them somewhere, and then I lose the bag. There it is. 4, 6. Tollywood. No, the best is what was that Ugandan movie? Saving Captain Michael or something like that? I can't remember what it's called. Oh. How's the job hunt going? I kind of not really looked too much. It's more just keeping an eye out right now. So what's really annoying is I would love to get something in the additive manufacturing field. And I have a bunch of contacts in the industry. The problem is there's nothing nearby. That's my problem. I would love to work, you know, for a 3D printing company or an additive manufacturing company in some regards. Problem is, there ain't none of them near me. So I'm cursed with living in an area where the cost of living is quite reasonable, especially in Canada. But I'm cursed with the fact that because of that, there isn't a lot of businesses around me with a lot of options. So it's kind of like, eh. All right, so now we got to install the drive shaft. Okay, so we need the one marked F. Captain Phillips. No, there was that, what's it called? Who killed Captain Alex? Who killed Captain Alex? This film. Who killed Captain Alex? If you want it, just watch it. It is one of those movies. I think I watched it with a bunch of buddies drunk in college or something. Okay, so that goes in there. Drive shaft F. So that is that. So it is on the side with the motor. So overhead. How am I gonna turn that? Oh my God, that is. I gotta go the other way. Try not to break it. There's some torque in these motors. There we go. Okay. And M220 goes right through. So this goes in here. M220. So the thing is, I think this ball is supposed to move in here, but I don't know if it will. So we'll find out in a second. Oh, it does. It does. There we go. Hail Mary. Hail Mary, Project Hail Mary was such a good movie. I can yap about that movie for like the rest of the stream if I wanted to. It is such a good movie. It is such a good movie. Such a good movie. And yes, the book is better. But if they wanted to adapt everything from the books, the movie would be 2-3 hours longer. So they had to cut stuff down. So I know that. It's kind of like Lord of the Rings. Yes, there's a lot of stuff cut out of Lord of the Rings that I wish was still in the Lord of the Rings. But I get it for not being there. I get it. There we go. So we have our front drive shaft installed. Repeat the same step for the drive shaft mark R. R, me hearty. I'm assuming that goes the other way. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to turn this. Luckily, they're all tied together. So once you get one going, you just kind of... There we go. Okay, R. What is it, M220? M220. Already nearly 12 hours. Yep. About once a year, I literally do nothing for an entire day but just watch the entire Lord of the Rings extended editions. And there's no plan to it. There's no rhyme or reason. One second. Okay, I'm back. Wife was grabbing a drink, so I was talking to her. Yeah, I have like no rhyme or reason to it. It just at least once a year, I'll be on the, I don't know, I'll be on Reddit and I'll see a clip from the movie. Somebody will post a GIF or something and be like, well, I guess it's that time. R is mounted on the bottom. 6x6 is mounted on the top, which is this guy. Say 6x6. 6x6. In the pipe, 5x5. Fifth Element. That movie is super green. Fifth Element is like so damn good. Like, it is such a lightning in a bottle movie. Where just like, the vibes are immaculate. I love the setting of the Fifth Element. Like just the, I wish there were more things that took place in the Fifth Element universe. Like, it is a universe I want to revisit. And there's only that one movie. Imagine a Grand Theft Auto game set in the Fifth Element universe, New York. Imagine a Grand Theft Auto game set in that universe. Oh! Oh! Okay, 6x6. Okay, and now it looks, install the front axle. Oh shit, here we go. Let me get my lifty boys here. Let me get my lifty boys here. We're installing an axle. Oh yeah. Eat your heart out, zip tie tuning. I'm the first one to do an axle swap. Okay. How does this all go together? Okay. So M220s from the side. So these go. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grease this up. Prevent it. Put a bunch of grease in here. It's going to go under here. This dryer shaft's going to come underneath. That is going to attach right here. M220s. I would love a cyberpunk movie. I mean, they've made a series. They've already made one animated series. They're working on the second one. Ghost in the Shell, the new series, is apparently really good. I'm going to start watching that soon. I was just waiting for a couple episodes to come out so we can start binge watching it, me and the wifey. Neuromancer's coming out. I don't have Apple TV, but I'll watch it. That looks like it'll be a trip. I think we're in a pretty good sci-fi cyberpunk resurgence era right now, I want to say. It feels like we kind of are. Oh man, trying to turn these is kind of hard. 1 second. How does this go? This goes this way. Okay. You know what? Maybe I'll do this. Wait. This is gonna be annoying. Where'd that one piece? Here we go. Okay. Where is my turning? You are now my turning piece. So I can line up my gears. You go there. Okay. There we go. You go under here. You go here. Wires, you can all come over here. There we go. Okay. There we go. Techno shock is real. I mean, we're very quickly getting into a cyberpunk-esque setting where corporations control a lot of our lives. Everyone's kind of addicted to the net, and our personal data and everything is getting harvested. So it's kind of like, what really sucks is we're getting all the downsides of the cyberpunk setting without, you know, the cool robot arms. I want my damn robot arms. That we could be living in a cool cyberpunk world with, you know, robot arms, but no! Crippling debt and water shortages. So I'm getting all the screws in, but not like in, because I want them to have a chance to cool down before I do the final tightening by hand, because I don't want to rip these threads out, because these screws are going to be important. Because this is holding an axle on. So it's kind of don't want to screw these screws up. Monowire? Nah. Gorilla Arms. That's where it's at. I just love how in Cyberpunk there's like, yeah, these robot legs give you double jump. How does it work? I don't know. Don't ask. You got double jump now. There we go. Okay. That is that. Now repeat the same on the other side. Oop, jumped ahead and did that. Okay. We have the 6x6 axle. Make sure you install that with the O. Okay. It's this guy. And there's like a spacing there. So that goes to the bottom and that goes to the top. And there's an O, there's an O. Okay. Where there's a will, there's an O. Thanks to you, I now own 123 blocks. 123 blocks are the best dumb thing you can buy. They are one of those things that you go, why did I buy these? And then you will use them and you will go, why the hell did I not buy these sooner? 123 blocks are amazing. Print the frame rest. The frame is Polymaker CF08 ASA. The if you see any shiny black, that's just black PET G. I can't remember if it's a mix of Polymaker and Prussament, but it's black PET G. And then all the gray you see is Polymaker Polymid PA6 or PA12, I can't remember, glass fill nylon. So yeah. So it's a mix of both kind of thing. There we go. These are 123 blocks I made in like college. Or college class I made them. So I like them because these holes can go through. So when you push the bearing on, you can push it all the way on. And then you put on one of the flat spots and that, and then it looks like that. And you're like, yay, I did it right. Hopefully. And then that cap goes on with M230s. Looks like it goes on like that. Okay, clear these out. A YouTube channel called Just Rolled In? No. If you'll never want flying cars. I mean, I don't trust flying cars. I mean, anyone who's been on the road knows people can't even handle driving in 2 dimensions, and you know they ain't gonna be able to do 3. And then it's like, people are like, yeah, but the computer will drive the car in 3 dimensions. Like, bro, Tesla can't even get cars driving in 2. You think they're gonna be able to drive in 3? I trust a Waymo flying car. Yeah, like, bro, we can't even drive in 2 dimensions. You think people are going to be able to do 3? These are long screws. It's going to take a while. when stubby beer bottles went away. Yeah, pretty much beer is only sold in tall boys now, isn't it? Driving around here. Waymos at least have a pretty dang good track record. Like, I remember I saw Waymos when I was in San Francisco in 2024, and they have a pretty solid track record from my understanding. Like, I would get in a Waymo, no problem. Because they're actually, you know, viable. Okay, I gotta let this cool off because it's hot. Majority of vehicles are self-driving. Yeah, it's one of those things, you know, you'll see the long-haul truckers where it's like you're just driving down a highway at 105 kilometers an hour in a straight line. Those will be like the first ones to go fully all in, because a trucking company that can run their trucks 24/7 and not have to worry about drivers, they'll be able to make more money. Because that's how things work. It's whoever can make the most money is the one that works. And if you don't have to pay for your drivers anymore and you can run your trucks longer, there you go. Okay, and then that goes on with M212s, or correction, M216s. In car self-drivers, they would have to effectively free to use. Tesla started to charge a subscription. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what I don't get. You have all these companies saying that self-driving cars will be this massive market. And it's like, how is this market going to be bigger than cabs? Like, cabs already exist. And it's essentially a minimum wage job. So if it's a minimum wage job, there's essentially not a lot of money in there. And they're trying to tell you that, like, you know, making it self-driving will make it that much more. Okay, these aren't going to fit. The screws stick out too much. I will save you guys from the noise. And as you can see, it worked. Here we go. M216s. Cab drivers don't exist, so they can raise the monthly rate for driving service. But here's the thing. Like, in big cities, like New York or San Francisco, all that will do is just incentivize public transport even more, right? Like, if your option is a very expensive, you know, like, people who live in New York don't Uber everywhere. They take the subway, right? They take the public transport. So it's like trying to make an industry that already exists and isn't, you know, it's big, but it's not that big. Try and, like, oh, it's going to be this massive thing. It's just tech bro wankery. Overselling. Like, I haven't used Uber in years. The last time I used Uber was in 2024 at OpenSauce. And I used it twice. thinking Tesla's in tunnels. Yeah, that was... Yeah, until one fire happens. Like, don't get me wrong, I think EVs are cool and all, but I really don't think... I don't know. As somebody who has built tooling for Tesla, I will never buy a Tesla. After seeing how that company operates, I will never want to drive, like, own one of their vehicles. Like, I know people that Tesla poached some people from our mold shop to go work in their factory when they were starting up, and everyone they poached quit. They're like, nah, dog, no, I can't deal with this shit. Does no one watch iRobot? I mean, it's not that good of a movie, let's be honest, so. You got the Skechers, or the Converse. What were the shoes? Were they Converse? I don't know. I think Detroit Become Human is a better, tells the story better. That was a good game. We had fun playing that on stream. That was a fun playthrough. Boring tunnels are a neat gimmick for Las Vegas. Yeah, you know, it would be a nicer thing if instead of needing, you know, expensive Teslas, they were to put some sort of, you know, because cars have wheels, right? And rubber wears, but since you know they're always going in the same place, it'd be, you know, what you should do is replace those rubber wheels with some sort of metallic metal wheels, and then you won't need the road anymore. So you replace it with some sort of like gauged steel, like a railway type setup. And then instead of having individual Teslas, which, you know, have individual batteries, individual motors, you link them together so that you only need one motor and one battery. And then you don't need the battery anymore because it's always going in the same location. So you hook it up to some sort of third powered rail, and then you build larger cabs because now you don't need room for all these motors and batteries. And you can build, oh wait, we just invented a subway. It's just a subway with extra steps. And then you remember he sells this idea to a lot of his audience that buys into it, that I'm better than people that ride subways. That's for the poors. And you're like, now I understand the market that he's in. There we go. That is whatever this is, axle. And then we actually install the axle on this. So I got to move this and hopefully not drop this. Okay, you go there. You come here. It's back to trains and crabs. Exactly! The optimal 3D printer is a bed flinger. The optimal design for a 3D printer is a bed flinger. And I'm tired of telling of people, even I was against, I had shunned the bed flinger. I had shunned it for too long, and I've seen the error of my ways. And I am convinced the optimal 3D printer is a bed flinger. Disregard Core XY, return to bed. Okay, it says to put some grease on here. Okay. Grease it, grease it, grease it, grease. Grease it, grease it, grease it, grease. Grease it, grease, grease it, grease. Do I need grease here? I don't know, but I'm gonna put grease here because F it. More grease, more better. You want grease in here? Cool. Put some grease in here. Grease in here? Cool. Grease in here? Cool. Cool. Put grease everywhere. Why not? Forgot to see if that was clean. Yeah, it's clean enough. Why bed flinger? It is an economical shape. Least amount of parts to get the printer to do what you want. It is cheaper to manufacture, easier to maintain, and most people do not need an enclosed printer to begin with. The optimal 3D printer for the majority of people who 3D print is a 250 millimeter cubed bed flinger. Now, would I go back to that? Hell no. But for your average person who is buying a 3D printer because they saw a TikTok or whatever, and their kids are like, "Daddy, buy me a 3D printer." Like, fine, I'll buy you a 3D printer. The optimal printer for that use case, which is the largest growing segment of 3D printer enthusiasts, are people who are impulse buying them and then they got to figure out why they bought a 3D printer afterwards. Because they didn't need a manufacturing machine, but a TikToker sold them the idea they need one. So they're probably only ever going to buy one printer. A bed flinger is optimal. Why do you think Bamboo went back to making bed flingers? It's the market segment that's the easiest to market to with the most profit margins. Outside of, like, you know, selling $30,000 LulzBot. I don't know how LulzBot still exists as a consumer machine company. I know they're sturdy, but like your average person who's going to be buying a 3D printer looks at the cost of a LulzBot and goes, "Bro, I can buy a Core 1 for damn near the same price as a bed-flinging LulzBot that literally is a design from like they're still on V wheels. They're still using extrusions for the drive." It's like, bruh. Okay, I gotta find this piece. Install this little guy. Who is this guy? Who are you? Okay, that thing's empty. That bag's empty. Is this part in here? Let's play the find that little part game. Are you it? Found you. Probably gonna need two of these because there's two of these. M2-8 reinforcing screw. So I'm assuming there are two of these. Yeah, there are two of these. Did not have much competition built in USA. Yes, LulzBot, from my understanding, has pretty much had a pretty good lock-in with education and business contracts, and they've just been living off that. So they got their guaranteed their contracts and their book of business, and they're just living off maintaining those and whatnot. Because if in the US, if you're buying printers for a school or a business or whatever, you're incentivized to buy American. So you get like government grants, you get discounts, tax incentives, etc. to buy American, which is fully that's reasonable. I got nothing against that. Why do you think Prusa bought printed solid? So now Prusas are made in America and they can get those Gucci government and business contracts. From my understanding, people at some three-letter agencies, or actually not three-letter, at Uncle Sam, really likes the XT90 from what I've heard. They like that machine from what I've heard. So, all right. So now R1TL, R1T. Where's R1TL? Oh, R1T. Okay, so there's R1T, this guy, okay. And then this, M216. Okay, so this goes like that. And then this goes that way, yeah. HT90, is that what it's called? I can't remember. Okay. There's no real flats on this side. M220, make sure the screw is correct, otherwise you will clamp the top shaft of the drivetrain. Ooh, that would be bad. Okay. M220. Yeah, I got my MT and my XT and whatever mixed up. I gotta go this way. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I gotta do this wrong. Yeah, I gotta do this right. This is an M220. This one's an M216. Different size screw for the front. There we go. Okay. And then we do the same thing for the other side. Yay. R1T. What size screw is that? M216. Do 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 do. And keep Uncle Sam's money faucet. There's some pretty good influence on the rest of the company. Yeah. Like, it makes sense for them to expand to that market. Got to get them that government cheddar. It's Shaldale. Yeah, I mean, it's guaranteed money, and usually you can overcharge because it's the government. So you got to be really careful doing this step, because if you use the wrong side screw, or if the screws overheat and you sink them too deep, it jams up this gearbox. So that's why you do the last little bit by hand, because you can really feel when you get it bottomed out. And there we go, we're good. Okay. And the arrows face outward. They face outward, we're good there. And then hooks go up, so we're good there. And then we flip it over, R1Bs on the bottom with M212s. R1B, R1B. And that goes like that. And then this one goes like that. And M212s. Oh yeah, the government, the strategic cheese reserve, which is a real thing. If you didn't know, America has a cheese reserve. Well, from my understanding, it's just you guys produce so much cheese that you have to like force a market for it to exist. In Canada, we have supply chain management, so it basically like it incentivizes not to overproduce. Whereas in the US, it's just, well, the government just buys it up, so you overproduce, and now you have all this extra cheese, which is why like cheese and milk stuff is so cheap in the States compared to Canada, because there's just so much extra of it. The strategic maple syrup reserve, ever since those heists where some people hijacked some supply and put a dent in our maple syrup reserve, I don't think they published the numbers. They want to keep that a national security secret. Oh, hey, it's these guys again. Okay. Yeah, you don't want people to know how your strategic reserve is doing of cheddar or maple syrup. Yeah, it's not about cheese, it's the milk. And you have cheese because cheese is the easiest way to long-term storage milk. Okay. So now I gotta flip this back over. And we got RL. This guy. So this goes here, and then that goes there underneath. Okay. So that's an M212. Yeah, the whole got milk campaign. Yep. Yeah, I remember drinking so much milk as a kid, and now like I barely drink milk. Like we used to go through like 3 bags of milk a week. And I feel bad as a Canadian because I've stopped buying bag milk. I buy cartons of milk now because it's like, we don't need that much milk. I pretty much only use it when I'm like, you know, I had cookies. I had a cookie, so I had some milk with a cookie. But it's like... See if I can do this way, or if I'm going to be annoyed trying to do it this way. Three bags of milk? Yeah. You don't know about bagged milk? Milk in Canada comes, not every province. Ontario, Quebec, and I think one or two of the western provinces, but bagged milk. So when you buy milk in Canada, at least here in Ontario, this is how it comes. It comes in a bag with 4 liters of milk in it, in 3 bags. So it's 1 1/3 liter in each bag, essentially. And you may be wondering, how do you get the milk out of the bag? Well, it's quite simple. You have this little container in your fridge, this little plastic container. So you take the bag of milk, you put it in the container, you cut the little corner, you cut a little hole on the other side for air, and you pour the milk out. And you're like, why do you do that? Well, it's actually quite simple. 1, material costs. The bags are cheaper to produce than a carton or a jug, okay? 2, we are immune from shrinkflation. Because companies know, everyone has had, I've had my milk carton for like the little plastic thing here. When me and Monica got married, when me and my wife got married, she already had one in her house, we still have it. You just have it forever until it breaks. And then like, so they're ancient, like they're relics. So if a company were to try and start shortchanging us by like, you know how little, the handheld bottle of pop was 591 milliliters, and now in a lot of places it's 500 milliliters, but it's the same price. They can't pull that shit, because if you buy your bag of milk and it doesn't fit in the carton anymore, you know right away that they're effing with you. So we are immune from shrinkflation. Plus, because it's divided up into 3 sealed bags, it doesn't go bad as quickly, because you're not opening all of it at once. So it's got microplastics. Everything's got microplastics. So yeah, bagged milk, it's a thing. But like, I found we were throwing out so much milk because we weren't using it. I'd buy like a bag of milk at Costco, and like 3 weeks later, we only went through like 1 of them, if that. So I've started just buying like the little carton of milk. That's it. Buy it when we need it, kind of thing. Putting this together kind of makes me wish I had 3 hands. Be a little bit easier. Microplastic. Yeah, it's got microplastics in it. I have so much appreciation for people who design these models. Like, this is just insane. This is basically like a fully functioning vehicle's, like, look at this. This is insane. Like, the skill and the talent to do all this shit is insane. Now we put this in. Okay. I'm running out of room quickly here. So put some let's line these up. So let's line these up. So let's line these up. So this one looks like it's got to be face down roughly. And this one's got to be a little bit faced up. And then we'll fill it with some grease. Probably shouldn't be. Oh my, I'm running out of room again. You know what, screws, you're gonna go over here for now. I'm running out of room again. I put my finger in the grease. Yeah, carton milk has a plastic lining. Yeah, that's true. You go here, you go there, you go there. You go here, and you go there. Okay. And then you go like this. And then M220's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want more plastic in me. I'm 90% plastic. There we go. There we go. Now I got both drive shafts in. There we go. So I'm not sinking them all the way, I'm just getting them started. Okay. This is going to be annoying. I got to get to the other side. Luckily, I have so much room over here now for moving everything. Come on. Right there. There we go. There we go. I mean, these are all hanging off of the... That is so cool. I love that. Look at that. That is just so cool. Casadillo, you madman. That is just insane. That is just insane that this is, you know... I am in awe of the work that went into this. Like, as Kronk would say, yes, it's all coming together. I probably should have this rest. You know what? I'm going to put this down because I don't want all this being stressed on the torsion arms or whatever. I'd rather have it just kind of like this. We have a suspension. We have suspension. Like the drive shafts all stay in line and everything. Like that is crazy. That is just bravo. Okay, so we did the other side, sweet. And now we got to do this guy. Like I'm legit kind of in awe of the amount of work that went into this. It is like, damn girl. You be fabbing up stuff. Okay, axle plates. Put these in here. Okay, and another empty bag. Oh my God, I'm emptying bags. Okay, I got one of these. Is there just one of these? Hopefully there's just one of these. Yeah, just one of these. Okay, so 2 M26s. Like, I'm legit impressed. Typically built, yeah, this is a crawler. This is not a speed remote control car. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a video on this when I'm done. I'm totally doing a video on this when I'm done. Okay, reinforcing screws installed. And then that goes there with M212s. Make it do jumps. I don't know, this doesn't really go that fast. And I don't want to break it. It's more of a, it's a hauler. Here. There we go. Okay, now we flip it over, we got some arms to put on. Six by 6. So these ones are the unlabeled, it looks like. And it looks like they hook outward. Are these the same both ways? They are, okay. Wagon with the kid in it. You could put the kid on it. I have seen videos. I've seen videos of children sitting on the back of this and being driven around. So I'll say yeah. What moved? Yeah, like this is like, I get why the files are, you know, you have to buy the files. This is definitely one of those models where it's like, yeah, I can see where the work went. You deserve to be paid for this. You get that bag, fam, get that bag. There we go. Flip it over. And that is 6 by 6, writing on the bottom. And that goes on with an M216. Assuming the other side does the same thing, yeah. Okay, this guy, and this guy. That goes like that, and the M220s, okay. It's not, how many parts does this have? This has a lot. Three files. 582 printed parts. And I don't know if that includes the camper. We're not doing the camper. We're not doing the camper. We are basically building this with a flatbed so that we can have fun in the future putting stuff on the flatbed. So we're building this as a platform to then have fun with, if that makes sense. So. Because I kind of want to turn this into a Doof Warrior or some sort of HIMARS type thing. Oop, did I build this wrong? No, wait, that's right. No, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. I put the flat on the wrong side. Shoot, I gotta fix this. Shoot. Wrong way. That way. I don't know if it matters too much, but the flat might need to be there for clearance, so I don't want to. Yeah. Then we do the other side and 220s. Tiny 3D printer can fit on this. Oh, easily. A V0 fits on the back of this. We've already confirmed that. A V0 fits on the back of this already. So. Although I kind of want to put the baby belt on the back of this. Well, yeah, it's a full 6x6 Unimog with 6-wheel drive, front and rear steering, full transaxles and everything. This thing has differentials, non-locking diffs. Like, this thing is... There's a lot to this. There's a lot to this. Okay. So this goes this way. So, yeah, so the fat part goes inward towards it. Okay, so that is M212s. Quit falling over. There we go. And those attach with M216s on this side. Oh, they go down here. Okay, M216s. See, it's a piece of cake. Yeah, I gotta look into getting the parts for that thing. I want to build that. That looks fun. Because I think that's going to be like, if you notice what a lot of the 3D printing companies are doing right now, they're doing like stem kits essentially. So I know Bamboo has them. And I can see other companies doing it too. I think a couple of them I've already tried. But stem kits. So essentially, like, here's a couple of electronics, like a controller, a motor, a battery, maybe a couple servos or something, and then you print different kits, and you can use that to make different things. Because like the big problem right now in 3D printing is how do you grow the market? Because essentially you have to like convince people that they need a 3D printer now. We're at that point in 3D printing where everyone who needs a 3D printer knows to get a 3D printer. So how do you convince the other, chunk of the population, like, hey, you need to buy one of these things, when they really don't have a need for it? So you have to like figure out how to sell it to people. There we go. That is so cool. I love that. Do the other side. We install that guy. So now we're, what is that going with an M220? Go there, you're the drive shaft. You go there, won't need you anymore. Okay. Assuming this goes like this. So luckily you can go in like that. So if you're going to go in like that, you're going to have to go roughly about like that. That'll work. Grease this up. Install our drive shaft. Yeah, that jet boat that I saw too, that somebody shared on the stream, that was cool too. There's just so many cool designs out there now. Just so many cool designs out there now. Wonder if I should put some grease on these too. That goes up in there, mounts to there with M220s. Okay. So only 4 M220s for the rear axle. Creality display at Michaels. Yeah, I think I gotta check our Michaels to see if they have 3D printing stuff up in here in Canada. I think they do. I have 2 Michaels in my town, I think. Oh, look at that. That actually fit. Hot diggity dog. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. There we go. So I'm stopping it roughly like 2 full rotations from it bottoming out. That way it gives time for the plastic to cool, or the metal screw to cool, and the plastic to re-solidify. So when you do that last little tighten, you don't rip out semi-molten plastic threads. That would be bad. Okay. And now you just hand tighten. There we go. So now we have all 6 axles in, but obviously this isn't the proper way to do it because like there's no suspension. So I don't want to pick it up because it's all hanging off bushings. So now we need to install these plates. Okay. M2 8 reinforcing screws. End cap delicate. Well, it's only it's polymaker filament essentially. From my understanding, it's either polymaker or polymaker's OEM, because a polymaker is like a part of a larger company that manufactures filament. Like for the longest time, if you bought Bamboo Lab filament, you were just buying polymaker filament. So I think Bamboo finally has their own production line because they're all about, you know, having full control over everything. Because you can make more money if you're selling the food and the equipment, which is understandable. Like, I'm pretty sure Bamboo makes more money profit off of their filament than they do their printers now. I wouldn't be surprised if it's near the same with Prusa. The fact that they had to basically expand Prusament to its own building, it'd be working. Okay, so do we do that? Install that. So this and that. So I'm doing both halves at the same time. So that's that, that's that. M210, and that goes through that into that. And then this goes, wait, these aren't the right ones. Oh. Okay, mine looks slightly different. Mine have 4 screws for this. Oh wait, no, these are different parts. These are different parts. Aha. Nope, it is 2. It is 2. Make sure you do the right ones. M210, M210. My print list is nearly as long as my video game backlog. I know, I still gotta finish Final Fantasy VII Remake. I got like 2 chapters left. I gotta finish it. When's the next convention? It'll be 3D Printopia. So. Still got to lock down a sponsor for it, but I should be good. Actually meant to message some companies this week, but I forgot. Okay, and then we do the other side. And those go in with M210s again. Wow! And they face upward, I guess. They face like that. Okay. Fallen Order. I know, I still gotta play that. Well, the little guy is doing much better in terms of not having to constantly, you know, watch him. So, where'd this... Oh, somehow ended up over here. So maybe I'll be able to do some game streams during the week in the afternoons now. We'll see. So I think one of the biggest problems why the Twitch streams never really took off was I was doing them in the morning and a lot of people were asleep or at work. These parts are all carbon fiber ASA, if you're wondering. Hauling in all your plywood. Ooh, fun times. Hey everyone, Rain Motorsport has wood. Halo Master Chief Edition. Or you mean the Master Chief Collection? Because I know they just came out with, was it Campaign Evolved? Why are we just remaking games now? Do we forget how to make new games? Are we just remaking games now? Are we in that era of gaming where it's like everything's just a remake now? Because nobody can figure out how to make a new, good game that's new? Okay, there we go. So that's attached. And then do it again. Oh, look, I was smart. I did them both at the same time. Ah, how awesome is that? And now we got to put this plate on, which is here. So pay attention to the orientation. So little notches go that way, and the tabs go outward. So this goes like that. This goes like this, I believe. Yes. All right. M220s. All the M220s. Oh, the screw count's insane. Yeah, there are so many screws in this build. There is like 2,000 screws, and they're all M2s with a couple M3s. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. There we go. go, and there we go. Heck yeah. Ooh, that is. So this is all carbon fiber ASA. Okay, so make sure, excellent, this pistol shows a pre-release part. Don't worry if the print looks a little different. Okay, so yeah, so mine should look like that, and it does. So we're good there. Check the orientation's correct. We're good there. Okay, and then we need to install some bushings. Some of these are carbon fiber and some of them are CFASA. Let's do these ones in CFASA. Actually, no, we'll do these ones in PETG. These ones will be PETG. We'll do these ones in the CFASA. Okay, M220. The long screw gives you the possibility to mount some risers to adjust the preload according to your need. Ooh, fancy! We can adjust preload. We can give it the California squat, which is like massively illegal. Or is it California squat or California lean? How is it? How is it? Wait, how's that? That doesn't even fit. Oh, that's, yeah, they do fit. I'm just blind. Is it the Tennessee squat? What's the one where your rear's up and your face, or your face is up? You're driving up and the back's way down. Is it California or Tennessee? I want to look it up right now. Yeah, it is a yeah. Or no, wait. Is it the Carolina squat? That's what it is. It's the Carolina squat. Which is horribly, don't ever do that. Carolina, that's what I'm thinking of. It's the California roll. That's what it is. That's what it is. You know what it is? Tennessee squat, it's dumb. That's what it is. Like, I'm all for, you know, having fun and customizing your ride, but at a certain point you just go, yeah, that's stupid. Okay, so this sits on the front and it bolts on with M212s. Okay, so we're gonna need a bunch of M212s here. You can go here. So 4 and 4. So 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then this goes like this. You have to get it to like pop over some stuff. Where are you hitting on it? Oh. Probably be a little easier if, yeah, I gotta raise the front up a bit. 1, 2, 3 blocks to the rescue. We need more clearance, Clarence. There we go. There we go. We'll do this. Talk with worms. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see it. Go. Hey, Chromatic, how you doing? Don't forget, we're still doing the giveaway today, so if you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, link in the video description, enter for your chance. We will be doing the draw at around 11 today, although the stream is going to go long today. We are going to go long today because I want to get this to the point where I can run it. Probably won't put the tires on because I got a feeling looking at all these nuts, studs, it's going to take a while to put the tires on. But I want to be able to just run the drivetrain. Make sure everything's moving freely. There we go. I think the springs go in here. I think that's what that's for. That's what it looks like. Do the other side. Yeah, and then install the springs. Compress the springs and release when they're in place. Don't worry, the springs will stay in place once the shocks are installed. Okay. So let's get some springs, which are over here. Where are my springy boys at? If this MOG's a rockin'. I'm having so much fun building this. I am loving this. I am loving this. Okay, so now we gotta put these together now. Okay. So this. These are not the right ones. Because my arrows don't face, they face backwards. These arrows face out. The 6x6 shot mount. So where's my 6x6 shot mount? Oh, here they are. There we go. Okay, and that's an M220 again. No, some of the frame itself is carbon fiber ASA. So the frame itself is CF08 ASA from Polymaker. Whereas these black parts are just PET G. So there's two types of black, that's why. So this is CFO8. So this is CFO8. So see how it's got the texture on it, because it's carbon fiber. Okay. Whereas this is, you know, which it's going to look a little weird. This is PET G. This is CFO8 ASA. I tried to print all the frame in just CFO8 ASA, and like a lot of the other like parts in black PET G. So there'd be like two kinds of black, but I kind of, some parts that should be CFO8 are PET G and vice versa. And I really don't care that much. Got a frog in my throat, 1 second. Okay, that's that. Okay. M212s. Okay. M212s. I need 8 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. There we go. If you're building one of these, it's going to be really handy to do this on a table you can walk around. Trying to do this on like a bench up on the wall would be very annoying. Because you're constantly having to like spin it around to get to the other side, or you know, yeah, a lazy Susan would be really helpful for this. Very helpful. Okay, do final hand tightening. Hydraulic hoist. I mean, yeah, just need one of those car jack. I mean, does the military have large enough vehicle? What are they called? The things that, you know, you go to the garage and they lift your vehicle hoist. Does the military have ones big enough to pick up something this big, a 6x6? Or they just kind of design them so that they're high enough off the ground, you just go underneath them as is? Okay, I'm assuming we put the springs in now, so. Okay. That's on. That's on. Oh, there's another part too. Oh shoot, there's another part. Where is this part? A little cover plate. I gotta find this little cover plate. I jumped ahead. That one. And that one. M212s. So like little reinforcing bits, I think. MOG is pretty comparable to a 5-ton. Yeah, it's a Unimog. So it's... Is it German? I think it's German. The Unimog is a German vehicle, I believe. 6x6. Heavy duty all-wheel truck. Yeah. Actually, is it military or is it Mercedes-Benz Unimog 6x6? I mean, it is military. Oh. Mercedes derived. Okay. Oh, Mercedes, yeah. Okay, so put these little cover plates on, but make sure this is tight. Can't remember if I tighten these. Double check, doesn't hurt. Okay. Boom. Aha. Like a reinforcing plate. I mean, it makes sense. There's going to be a lot of force on these, so you want to make sure they're pretty strong. Luckily, a lot of the forces on this are this way and not really this way. So you're not really relying so much on the screws holding stuff together, but more them to act like shears to prevent stuff from doing that, because the screws go through this way. So you have two plates like this. The screw goes through this way, so it holds them together, but all the forces on it wanted to do this. So you'd have to shear the screw to break it. It's not like you're relying a lot on screws to hold it all together. So that's that. Okay, and now we do the last one, which face backwards. Okay, so same thing, these, M220s. What happened, Rain? You lose some mic stuff? recorded something, the audio shite. So we're basically just doing what we did again, but on the rear axle. So I'm just gonna put this out here. One night when we were camping, the weather was kind of shite. So after we got the tent set up, I cooked dinner in the rain. It kind of sucked. So we spent like 2 or 3 hours just in the tent, which the tent worked out really good. The tent we got worked out great. I love the tent we got. So we watched movies. We watched a movie while we were in the tent. Muppet Treasure Island fucking slaps. It's amazing. I freaking love that movie. I haven't watched it in years. And I know all the songs. Like, I completely forgot it was a musical. And I forgot how much it just absolutely slaps. Like, so now we're like watching Muppet movies with the little guy, and Muppet movies have no right being as good as they are. Ooh, we got a spider. Spider? Oh, he's right off camera. He's hanging off the camera. Gotcha. Here you go. Here you go. Little spider. Ooh, ooh. Here you go. You can go live over here. You can live over here. There you go. Live by the door. But yeah, Muppet Treasure Island freaking slaps. So that is my little bit of contributing to the culture of the day. I had audio going on 2 cameras thinking it could just auto sync and resolve. Didn't quite work. Ooh. Are you syncing based on waveform or based on timeline? You might be able to make it sync via waveform. Or you might just have to like hack it together. Because yeah, if you are using DJI mics, I know they have the setting for it, but you can record in like 32-bit floating or whatever, which gives you much more control of like saving audio if it accidentally peaks or whatever. So you might want to look into that. Oh, the Papa Roach. Oh, I know. Talk about timing. And that's not the only one. I still got to pull the dash cam. There were 3 or 4 clips of like either us almost getting taken out or just other drivers just being absolutely horrible on the road. And it's more M312s for the plate. So where are the plate? The plate's right here. Like, we had the same thing happen on the way home, where this old guy in a Cadillac turned his turn signal on. His blind spot thing was blinking away, and he still went to turn into us. And I had to do the same thing. Hit the horn, hit the brakes, give him the what the heck. And then there was a guy road raging on the way back, too. Like, properly road raging. So we kind of had to hang back and avoid him, because, like, I don't know if he was coked out or just tweaking, but he was like, we're like, yeah, we're not going up there because he's going to cause a wreck. So I got to pull that footage off of the dash cam too at some point. Yeah, you might have to just manually sync it. You might just have to manually sync it. What you can do is you can cut out, so if you have 2 long clips, okay? And you have like one clip that you want to merge to the other. What you could do is you can take the other clip that you want to pair to the first one. You can cut out the segment with the clap. Just do a snip. Take the rest of it, move it down the timeline out of the way, and just sync the clap to the clap. And then once it's synced, bring the other half and just snap it together and then merge it. You can do that. I've done that before, where you'll have 2 long waveforms and it's like they won't sync. So you cut out 2 smaller segments that will sink, and then you just snap them back together. I've done that before and it works. So. Okay. So. No! You could tell my garage slopes downhill. I mean, it's supposed to. It's a garage. Your garage should slope towards the exit, if it does, or towards the door. If it doesn't, that's not good because you're gonna have water issues. Go. Oh, I forgot to grab the plate. I gotta grab that plate. 1 second. And 1, 2, 3. We are getting there. This is starting to look very truckish. So I'm a bit peeved that like that's ASACF, this is ASACF, and this is PET G. Because I printed this is part of those parts that I forgot to print or I lost or whatever. So I just threw them up on the machine that just had the PET G in it. Because the machine with the ASA is unloaded already. So I've unloaded a bunch of my machines. So it's like, now that you can see it, you'll notice. But unless I point it out, you won't notice. But I pointed it out, so you are going to notice. There we go. Okay. Put some more springs on this, so I don't need this bag anymore. Totally missed the garbage, but whatever. Okay. Install the axle. There we go. Axle installed. The springs will not fall out of their seats once the shock absorbers are installed. And the next stage of the build, axle's installed. Sweet. Shocks and bumpers. I don't have the lights printed yet. I got to print the lights still. But let's do the shocks. At least let's get the shocks in. Let's get the shocks in so I don't have to worry about this falling apart on me. Because I want to be able to pick this up now. This is also the other reason I want to get this part done before moving on, because I'm moving so much stuff around the room right now with reorganizing. I wanted to have like this assembled into one unit. So I have this and I have the bin with the parts and that's it. So I'm not like having gears and shit move everywhere. Okay. So here are our shocks. We got 6 shocks. Shocking, I know. Before filling with oil, unscrew the red ring and remove the internal spring. This project does not require it. I have to fill these with oil? Do I have oil? Is this the oil? Falcon 500 RC Diff Kim. Is that it? I have to put oil in my shocks. that is, okay. So, does that just unscrew? I don't think I have, these ones are the same. I don't think I have to do anything with these because this doesn't come out. This doesn't come out. I don't think you have to do that. I don't think these ones need it. Let me watch the video. There is a YouTube tutorial link here. Shock fill guide. Yeah, mine don't look like this at all. Yeah, mine don't look like that at all. Like, I want to see what the Q3D, does this one have the, does it come with the bomb? I want to see the bomb. Because it sounds like there's oil in these. It does sound like there's oil in these. Because like you unscrew it, here I'll show you, I'll unscrew one. There's like a little plastic thing there, and there's like a little plastic washer, and like this does not come out. Like I can't pull that out. So I'm assuming there is oil in these. Did the bag say anything? Shock, not recommended to remove the spring when adding shock oil. So how do you add shock oil? Like it says, not recommended to remove the spring. So how do you add shock oil? Oh, maybe the other side. Maybe you open the top on these ones. Okay, okay, so yeah. So this is the shock oil, I'm assuming. I don't think there's anything else. And for adding shock oil, do you just fill it up, I'm assuming? I'm assuming you just kind of fill it up, right? Yeah. Yeah, that is the shock oil. You just fill it up, right? Yeah, the other end unscrews. So I'm assuming you just fill it up and put the spring. It says do not recommended to shock, not recommend to remove the spring when adding shock oil. So there is a spring in here, but it says not recommended to remove spring when adding shock oil. So I'm just gonna pour some, I'm gonna put gloves on. That's kinda, yeah. I'm just gonna fill it with oil and call it a day. And this will be the goal. Once we get the shocks on and I can like pick up this whole assembly without worrying about it like going on adventures, that's gonna be the we're good point of the stream, I think. Okay. How do you undo the lid? Oh, it's just a cap. No, no, there we go. Okay. So I'm assuming I just fill it with oil. Let me, what's the video say? Take the spring off. How far in the manual? We're on page 403 of 1,000. And like shock oil. Fill it to the top. Bring it up, bring it down a couple times.
A few moments later.
Push it to the top and screw it back in. Okay. Well, I got a feeling this is going to make a mess. So. So here, let me turn that video off. There we go. Shock holders to print to make it easier to fill them. Eh. Oh wow, now it's... Wow. There we go. Oh, I blew a gasket. I blew a gasket. I put... Uh-oh. The inner spring. I know, but it says not to. The package that these come with say it is not recommended to remove the spring. And I blew out the O-ring there. Shoot. Shoot. I just blew the O-ring out. I can't undo this now. Uh-oh. Yeah, the bag says not recommended to remove the spring when adding oil. So, shoot. I wish I had a pair of soft vices to hold this. There we go. So how much oil do I put in here before so it doesn't splooge out? I can hear the oil in it. Okay, roughly that much oil. Okay. Putting the cap on with the piston pressed up. Good point. Good point. Let me try this again. Let me try this again. Okay, good point. Yeah. So a little bit more oil. I wonder if I got an air bubble trapped in there, and that's what. Okay. So cycle that around a bit. Okay, cap up all the way. Well, now I can't put the spring in. See, this is what annoys me. This manual says to take the spring out. So let's try. If I take the spring out, but the package says not recommended to remove the spring. So which one is it? Do I keep the spring? Do I not keep the spring? Because the package says you're not recommended to remove it. There's no fill line, I don't see. Okay, without the spring, there's no shock here. So the spring's got to be in it. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. There's nothing. So it does need the spring. Maybe I just put it together backwards wrong the first time. I'm wasting all my shock oil doing this. There we go. Fill it up to the rim. Yep. There we go. There we go. One done. Can I make this? Does this fit through that? It does. Sweet. Okay. There we go. One. Yeah, I think that's what got me on this one. I didn't let the air escape. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 blocks. Shock holders. Iron filings and yeah, magnet. Yeah, we'll just do a magnetic suspension. Yummy. I don't think you guys can hear all the fun noises that this is making. I think the whatchamacallit, the noise gate is removing all the fun noises from this. Okay, so that should be all of that. Now, how long should I let them sit for? Should I be good to be putting them back together now? Slurp, slurp, slurp. Where do these shocks even mount to? Oh, I see where they mount. I assemble the shocks upside down, but the orientation is up to you. This can increase the shock wear because the dirt can accumulate on top of the pipe. You want the piston facing downward, right? Okay, so let's put this all back together now. So one up, one down. There we go. Vibrate the 1, 2, 3 blocks. I'm not seeing any bubbles come out of this, just so you know. So. Yeah, they feel fine. There's like no air bubbles I'm seeing, so. Come on. Five to 10 minutes apiece? Nah, we're good. We're good. We're good. Good enough. For what we're doing, I think we're fine. Like, I'm not seeing any bubbles in these at all. Five to 10 minutes apiece, rotate. What I'm doing is just before I do the final tighten, I'm just doing a full compress, force out any air, and then tighten them back up. Now, there we go. I mean, I can always fiddle with these later if I need to. A fox fork, yeah. Oh no. IR machinist, IR mechanic. Where'd you go, Alan Key? Oh, my knees. My back. My back. Getting old sucks. Have it on a slow simmer over medium heat, 5 to 10 minutes, or until golden brown. Funny joke. Funny joke. I do like how these shocks are LDO blue, I will say. And Nerf HIMARS for this? Oh, dude. That would be fun to do a Nerf HIMARS on this. And then I can get sanctioned by Russia again. Because if you're not sanctioned by Russia, are you really having fun? Okay, so M360, ooh, M3s. Fancy. M320s. Pretty sure I'm on a list in Russia. Pretty sure. Okay, so it says I assembled the shocks upside down, but the orientation is up to you. I'm gonna install them with the, like this way. I'm gonna install them this way because I think this is normally how you would install shocks. Yeah, we'll go that way. Doing a giveaway soon? Yeah, we'll do the giveaway after I finish putting this together. I want to get the shocks on. So you have until I get those on, and then M325 on the top. So M316's on the bottom. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, do so now. We are going to be doing the draw once I finish putting this part of the build together. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hey, if you do want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, you've been enjoying the stream, enjoying the content tonight, you're having fun, consider becoming a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. It's the best way to support the channel. Okay, I don't know which way this should go. I'm assuming this way. And what is it? M325's on the top. M325. I just saw those big M3s. Where were they? Where'd they go? I just saw them. Seriously. How am I this blind? M325s. Here we are. At the top. Oh, there is a like moth in here attracted to the light. Okay, I'm gonna have to compress these a bit. I do need a bit more preload in there. Well, yeah, we do need a bit more preload, I think. I'm gonna have to put some spacers in there, because that is a little too loosey-goosey for my liking. But okay, do the same on the right. Okay, these ones are M320s, top and bottom. Okay. Yeah, 10 mil. Yeah, it includes a 10mm socket, and it's made out of a dissolving filament or dissolving material, so it just disappears. Okay, M320s. Where are the M320s? M320s. Here we go. 8 of them. Yeah, it's made out of a dissolving material, so the moment you take it out of the bag, it just starts disappearing on you to give you that true experience. Oh man, I can't get in. It's on an angle. Shoot. Oh, okay, I can get this one. I can get this one. Are these M320s on the back too? Yeah, they are. M320s. To get a stupid Allen key for this because I can't get it on an angle. No. There we go. We are getting there. We are getting there, folks. We are getting there. Now, do I want to hook up the battery and see if we can actually get this moving? Like, obviously I can't drive it. I don't have wheels on it. But should be able to hook up the drivetrain and get it kind of moving, right? put it up on blocks and just kind of send it. Are we gonna do that? Are we gonna do that? Should we do that? How many rolls to build this? Yes. I haven't been keeping track, but a lot. Yeah, make sure the driveline works right now before we get too far. Yeah, that's a good idea. Whoever said that was a great person. Okay, so now we have, oh yeah, there's a lot more whoosh on the back than on the front. I mean, the front's pretty good. I don't like how these float. Like, we don't have all the weight on it. Once we have all the weight on it, I don't think, but like the moment you pick it up, I don't like how these are loosey-goosey. Like, it's not too bad. Once you have some weight on it, the battery and whatnot, it should creep down a bit. The next part is, yeah, the bumpers. So, and the tail lights, and yeah, so we're not going to worry about that yet. Okay, so let's see if we can make this move. Let's put it up on, let's chalk it up. Let's put it up on blocks. And we'll just hook the battery up. And the, so these are all freewheeling now. There we go. So everything's off the ground. So it is in the air. It is in the air. So what do we need now? We need the battery and the receiver. Now, I shouldn't be doing this a lot because the battery is just on a standby voltage. It's not like charged. So I don't want to run the battery too low. Do I have the servos hooked up? No, I don't have the servos hooked up. I could hook the servos up to make sure it steers, but I'm trying to remember what we did last time. I don't think we had the servos hooked up last time. I think we just had the main controller. So this is, oh my god, I can't remember which one's which. It's like ground. Signal is white. Ground is negative, so that's channel 2. Yeah, right? Yeah, white is signal. Red is that. Black is negative, yeah. So that's that. There's your on-off. I mean, I could hook this servo up just to make sure it turns. And I don't know which on the servo. Is brown or yellow signal on a servo? Is it brown or yellow as signal? I can't remember. Yeah, it comes with the charger. It comes with the charger. But you shouldn't have, you don't want to leave LiPos fully charged. You want to leave them at a storage voltage, which is like midway charged. So you don't want to fully charge these unless you're actually going to use them. So I shouldn't charge this up. Yellow is signal? Okay, I guess that makes sense. Yellow is signal. So yeah, when it comes to LiPos, you don't want to store them full. You want to store them at a storage charge. So if 5 volts is 4 and 3 volts is empty, you want to store them at 4. You want to store them at 50% essentially. How do I turn this on again? On. Plug you in. Turn you on. Okay, front wheels turn. So this wheel isn't moving as much as the other ones, but it's got diffs, right? So whatever wheel has the least resistance doesn't spin, right? This doesn't have locking diffs. Yeah, because like the wheels are spinning, but if you grab them, they stop. It's the locking diff, right? So it goes to wherever the least resistance is. That's how a differential works, right? That way, if you have lock diff, what happens is all the wheels always spin the same. So what happens is there's a really good old video on YouTube that explains it. But essentially, you don't want locking diffs in a vehicle like this, because when you do a turn, your inner wheels spin the same amount as your outer wheels, and you destroy your rubber. But you want that in like certain off-road applications or burnouts, because you want all the wheels always spinning. So in a thing like this, if you were to get stuck in mud and one wheel had good grip but one wheel was in the mud, the wheel in the mud would just not spin because it would just slip. I think that's how it works. I'm explaining it wrong because I'm not a car guy. This looks so cool. Like, that is cool. That is so cool. Yeah, limited slip. I don't know what kind of differential this has. Can you hot swap a servo? I want to make sure this back one works. Turn it off. Make sure this back servo works too. It should. I don't know if it'll reach. No, it won't reach. It won't reach. Is there an extension cable? There should be an extension cable. I just want to make sure this servo moves too. Last thing I want is to hook it all up and it's like, oh, this don't work. Okay, yellow is signal, right? Yellow is a signal. Yeah, we're good.
That's loud.
Oh, is it that loud?
I was in the back.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm done. So, yeah. Yeah, look, the whole drivetrain moves. It's cool.
But
Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop. Okay.
I'm like, what?
I turned it off. Yeah, no, it's this thing. It's loud.
Yeah, very loud.
Okay.
The store was closed for a week here.
Okay.
And yeah, I come to the bathroom.
Okay. Now we know it's loud. My wife's like, I was in the bath and I heard a red noise. I don't know what it was. It was this. So yeah, this is loud. It's not like loud. It's not like, you know, loud, but it makes noise. So it all works. It all works. I got a little video. I'll share the video on the Discord of it doing its thing. But I'm happy. Are you happy? I'm happy. And then you just set it up in the controller that these two servos are linked together, and this one is reverse of that. So when you turn left, they both like they move the way they're supposed to. But the fact that everything moves, I am happy. I am happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Where did I put the battery box that I put over here? But yeah, I should probably charge this battery up after that. I mean, I don't think this used a ton of voltage. It's probably okay. It's a new battery, but you don't want to. You want to keep your batteries at a storage voltage. You don't want to have them full or empty them. It's kind of a safety thing with lipos. Look at this thing. This thing looks so cool. This is so cool. I gotta take a picture. Gotta take a picture. Got to take a picture. I must take a picture. That is so cool. I can't believe how like, this is cool. This is cool. Okay. What time is it? It is 11:30. I will give you like 2 minutes to enter for your chance to win some polymaker filament. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some polymaker filament, do it now. Yar. Or I'll post the video on the Discord. Great googly moogly. My parents are forcing the volume limits. Oh. This is so cool. Like, I can pick it all up now too, so, but like, like this, how much does this weigh now? Let's, let me see here. How much does this weigh? This is gonna be fun to figure out. Hopefully nothing falls here. So as of right now, oh, not too bad. It is 3.2 kilograms roughly. 3.2 kilograms. 3.2 kilograms. Could be better, could be worse. 3.2. It's gonna be like Spaceballs. I'm assuming it won't be so loud once it's like on the ground and it's actually having to fight like forces. How do these wheels work? I want to put wheels on it. How do I put the wheels on it? Do I have to put like a million nuts on it? Is this why there's so many? Okay, so you go like that. Oh my god. How do the wheels go on this? Is this... That's the hub. Is it nuts? Is the wheels held on with nuts? Are they held on with nuts? Is that how it works? So I have to put like a million nuts on this? And then it's... Oh my god, this... Oh my god, that's a lot. All PLA? No, 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 no. No, no, no. The frame is polymaker CF08 ASA, so 8% recycled, or RCF08 ASA, so 8% carbon fiber ASA. Some of the parts, like these black parts, black printed parts around like the transmission and the gears and whatnot, they are black PETG, just PETG. Any gray you see is glass-filled nylon. And obviously screws are screws, springs are springs, shocks are shocks, that sort of thing. That is a lot of nuts. How do you attach the wheels? How do you attach the wheels? Let's find, how do you attach the wheels? I want to see how you attach the wheels on this. I don't care about the bumpers. I want to see how the... Good God. Where are the wheels? 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 How do you put the wheels on? Good God, you spent a lot of time building this before you put the damn wheels on. Okay, how do you put the wheels on? How do you put the wheels on? Okay, frame parts. Wiring. Oh, the battery goes in a thing. Endpoint calibration. Oh, ooh, look, there's all these calibration prints I haven't done yet. Wheels and tires. There you go. So I don't need to print the tires because they came with tires. So mine came with tires. So okay, so the hub goes through. The cap goes on the end. And that attaches that. And then, oh my God. Then you have all those wheels, and how do you attach them? That goes on there. Oh, it goes over it, and then you put all the nuts on. Oh my God. They are held on with nuts. So, oh my God. Let me grab a wheel. I just want to see how this works. This kit comes with wheels. So the kit comes with wheels. I'm going to spend a whole stream putting damn wheels together. Yeah, so... Oh my... How am I even going to get this through that? How do you even get this through this? This doesn't fit through the hole. I mean, it kind of goes on. All right, there we go. That goes on like that. And then this goes on like that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. This is going to be a nightmare to do. I'm just like figuring this out right now. And then you have to screw these all together. And then this whole assembly sits over the portal. So I don't even know if this feels so weird, but it sits like that. We'll figure that out in the future. That's a problem for future Taylor. I don't envy that guy. Does it have the foam in? Yeah, it's already got the foam in. Comes with the foam already installed. Like the foam's already in there. I know it says cut the foam, but I don't know if I need to. The foam is too large. You can cut the foam to a width of 40 to 45 millimeters. So how wide is this foam already? Because this foam is... Am I going to have to cut the foam down? Is that what it is? Where is it? Where did I put my scale? Oh. Yeah, I might have to cut the foam down. Because according to this, it is approximately 45. No, that's right. Yeah, no, cut the foam to a width of... If I can even get it out. Yeah, it's like 45. It's already cut to size. Yeah, the foam's already cut to size. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe I gotta like soak them in hot water first or something. We'll figure it out. Or I'll just swear a whole bunch while trying to figure it out. We're gonna do a whole stream where I do nothing but wheels. The stream will be the wheel stream. Okay, let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. Okay, if you did not enter for your chance to win, you'll have another chance on Tuesday. Tuesday will be Baba Belt. Tuesday will be a Baba Belt day. Hopefully we can get the Baba Belt printed. We'll see. Install the bed and finish that up. Swearing counter. Dude, I can't believe how cool this looks. And now I can actually, like, the whole thing's one thing now. I can pick it up and move it around. That's kind of the point I wanted to get it to before the end of this stream, so that way, now that I'm like redoing the garage, I can move stuff around a lot easier and not worry about losing it. Although I probably will print a spacer, just because, I don't know. We'll see how it sits after, because these are easy to get out. These springs are easy to get out. And adding a spacer in here to... Did I even print some spacers? I don't know if I printed any spacers. But it's easier to work with now. God dang it. Really? Gotta download stupid update from Marbles. %. What is it? I have 1 gig internet. Come on. Electric screwdriver to a printer and have some sort of G-code to make it automate the wheel process. I wish. I wish. Oof. Pop my knee. Oh, also, Monday afternoon, Monday evening, I will be on a stream with Pezliz for... Oh, Marbles is opening finally. I can't remember what it's called. It's a charity stream, I believe. I will be on a stream with Pezliz on Monday afternoon. So I think 9:30 p.m. It's gonna be late, but I will be involved with that. So make sure your calendars are clear. I will be on that stream with Pezliz. Stand up for cancer. Yeah, stand up to cancer, not for cancer. Stand up to cancer. Yes, I will be partaking in that stream on Tuesday or on Monday afternoon. So, dude, this is so weird. I've lost so much weight. All my like none of my pants fit me right. I have to like belt my pants up, and they're so bunchy now. It feels weird. But I'm at the point where it's like I don't want to buy new pants. Because like the last time I did a big weight loss, I ended up gaining enough back that everything that I bought at my minimum didn't really fit comfortably anymore. It's starting to fit now, 4 years later, because I've lost weight again. But it's like everything is like ever so slightly too bunchy, and I don't like it. So I gotta lose more weight than I want to lose, so that when I kind of get back to that float weight, I'm good. Okay, how this works is if you win, you get a free spool of filament from Polymaker. But if I pick your ball and your ball wins, you also get a free hat. Who are you? Adam Storm. If you win, you get a free hat with your spool of filament. Good luck. Take him to the tire shop. I got my car a tire rotation. And I didn't realize it's been too long since I was supposed to get a tire rotation. Because like it's annoying to get a tire rotation. Because when you go to get an oil change, you just drive into the place and then get an oil change. But not oil. You can't do it at all oil change places because they got to lift your car up. So you have to make an appointment at a place where they can lift your car up to do a tire rotation. And I guess it'd been a little too long because he's like, yeah, you really should have got a tire rotation like a while ago. And I'm like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have driven 6,500 kilometers in the past 2 weeks either. But I did. So now I got fresh tires on the front. And the rear tires are they're not too bad, but they're not even. It is what it is. I mean, they're the tires that came with the car. They got 52,000 kilometers on them. It is what it is. They'll be fine. I do want to get some knobby tires for my Crosstrek though. I checked the subreddit, the Crosstrek subreddit, and there's like, I kind of want to put some chunky tires on it when I go to put new tires on it. Just for the aesthetics. Yeah, exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. And if you gift subs during the race, it actually increases your luck. By how much? I don't know. But, stranger things have happened. I did get mud flaps in. I ordered mud flaps for the Crosstrek before the trip, and they showed up today. So, timing. They're nothing fancy. They're just cheap $30 mud flaps. But I wasn't paying $80 for the OEM ones. Mr. Spot in the top 5. I mean, let's be honest, it's always a crapshoot. Although I think Barry's been in the lead for a bit. Although they might lose their momentum here. Uh-oh, Barry with the win. Barry 568. Okay. Barry with the win. Barry 568. There you go. So Barry, you will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. Although Polymaker's new system is slower than their old system. So when I put in the request for the code, it takes longer. So you might have to wait till the morning. But normally it's pretty quick. But their new system, I've noticed, is a little slow at times, giving me the code to bounce to the winner. So hopefully you get it tonight. If not, you'll get it tomorrow. That was fun. You guys have fun tonight? I had fun tonight. I am having so much fun with this build. Like, don't worry, I'm not going to stop printer builds. But like, I want to do more stuff like this on the channel going forward, where we just kind of hang out and just work away on a build. What random AI bullshit did I get? Sponsored. Really enjoyed my latest video. No, you didn't. You're a bot. You're not a human. I really hate, I hate how fake the ad emails are now, because everyone uses AI to make them. And they're like, we really enjoyed your video, insert video title here. And we believe content such as insert video title here will definitely help reach our target demographic here. It's like, bro, come on. Come on, put some effort into it at least. Put some damn effort into it at least. Okay, so we are gonna call it there. Next regular stream will be Tuesday. It will be an afternoon stream. Oh, there's the email. It will be an afternoon stream, and we will be working on the Baba Belt. We might be in the garage. We might be in the basement. I don't know what the state of the garage is, because once I get to a certain point with moving stuff around, I've already got most of it cleared out. But like the moment I unhook this computer, everything starts moving, and I won't be able to stream out here until I get everything in its like final position, or at least close to it. So we might be streaming from the basement for a bit. We'll see. That's one of the reasons I got the basement studio set up again properly, so that I can stream from there if I need to. So this might be the last time you see this garage in this layout. You'll see. You won't notice too much of a difference. Essentially, that shelf is going against this wall. This bench is going against this wall. The whole middle of the garage is going to be opened up so I can move the desk, this desk around, so I can have different camera angles when I'm filming and working on different stuff. So you might be seeing more facing this way with like the printers behind me, because right now I have, you know, the rack of printers here. This might be my backstop in the future. We'll see. I might move some of these printers around, because right now it's all Prusas. I might put some Vorons on here just so to break it up aesthetically. Can I fit the Core 1 on the top shelf? I might get rid of this guy. This guy might go somewhere. But can I fit the Core 1 on the top shelf? I cannot. It's 25 inches tall. I cannot fit the Core 1 on the top shelf. Shit. Okay. You might stay here, or you might get replaced with a Voron. It might be Core 1, Voron, Core 1 or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll see. We'll see. But this is all moving. This is moving. A bunch of stuff is moving. This is going to live on the floor because it's too damn big and it takes up the whole shelf, and I don't use it as much as I used to. These two printers are going bye-bye. I'll list some printers on the Discord if you're in, you know, Southern Ontario and you want to buy a printer cheap and pick it up. We'll figure it out. So we're going to call it there. Shout out to LDO for providing the kit that we are using on this build series. This has been a super fun build for the MOG. If you want to know more about it, link in the video description. Check out LDO. Check out the links to their resellers. Check out all that. It's all online. Big shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for all of them and more in the video description, affiliate links. Some of them, like the Gamer Subs link, use code Canuck. You'll save some money as well. And then also, for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. I hope you enjoyed the stream today. We ran a little bit late, but that was the plan. I wanted to get this done to the point where I can pick it up and move it in one piece, so it'll make it easier moving everything else around here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. And I will see you all in the future.